Welcome back guys on my YouTube channel. Today I have another interesting bike build because we still didn't build any KTM EXC 450cc 2020 model. This is the same as the 2021 model. Gilberto gave me his bike over the weekend and asked me if I could get his bike ready for the Sardinia Legend Rally. This was big inspiration for me. I thought I'm gonna have fun with this bike, and now I'll list you all the parts we installed on this bike because it's a used bike. I'm used to working on new bikes, but we made it look like brand new. To start with, you see the Rebel X Sports full fairing. We have the PETG transparent windshield. This deflects nicely the air. You can see that the windshield deflects the air, and also the bracket of the Roadbook is like almost continuing. Here we will place the GPS antennas if we need so, but everything is nice and smooth. Below we have the plastic headlight mask. This can be chosen in different colors. In my other rally bike builds, you've seen it in white, in black, I don't know if in yellow, but this is the first time you see it in orange. I think it looks really nice since the bike is all orange. This is a 6 days edition, so the frame was orange, but the plastics were black and white. I thought they didn't look so good, so I went for a full orange look. In the headlight mask, you can see the two 10-watt LED lights. The choice of these lights is because they're very light and very small, so for rally racing or adventure riding, I think it's nice and we can clean them easily. So these two lights go with the normal handlebar switch of the bike. You don't need to tweak anything or cut cables. Everything is plug and play on this kit. The full Nav Tower also has the patented system, the system I patented a few years ago, of this frame clamp that goes around the frame without the need of drilling nor welding. The tower is a tower designed from rally racing, from our experience in the Dakar Rally, and I give my personal input together with the other Dakar riders. We have on the tower everything that is adjustable, and all the brackets are divided in a specific way so that in case of crash, the first brackets that will bend are the windshield brackets, so that the main body will always be nice and fixed, because if we crash, we want the least important parts to get damaged and not the most important parts. The full fairing is detachable without the need of any tools. We have two Zeus quick release on the front, and on the side we opted for these sort of hand bolts. We're gonna test these in Sardinia. It's the first time I tried them. Usually we either put Velcro on this place or some quick fastener. We are gonna try these and I'll let you know if they are worth it or not. The side fairing panels are interior to the radiator shroud, and there is a reason for this. You don't want, like you see on certain kits, the fairing side panel go on top of them, because it can be dangerous for your leg, especially in case of crash. We want to move our leg nicely without having anything interfering, especially with like our knee braces and stuff. And also this provides a better protection to the whole fairing, because if we impact, we will impact here and not directly on the windshield. So this will protect the whole windshield, and the side fairing panels are made in fiberglass. So if you break them or ruin them, you can still fix them. And this is very important if you're planning on a long adventure ride or on a rally. Starting to look at the Nav Tower in detail, we have two big steel brackets that go around the frame and two holes where we have two long bolts that go from one side to the other side of the frame, giving a very secure and stable fixation to the Nav Tower. And centralized, we have a CNC machined clamp on which then the tower body is bolted on. On the side of the tower, we have the Track bracket. If you're a rally racer and you're racing Dakar or any international FIM rally, this is compulsory. It's to place the safety instruments, which is called Track. But in most cases for adventure riding, we use it either for a tool bag, for our rain gear, or in this case for a medical kit. One very nice aspect of this tower is that it let us keep the OEM odometer in the same identical position. So we will always be able to see our OEM odometer, the Roadbook and the Trip Master. And if we want, we can also have a speedo cap or a second Trip Master. All the wires are held held on the OEM bracket, so when we are steering we have nothing interfering with the tower and we won't have to worry about cables getting broken. But also from the side of the tower you can see that this is a totally adjustable system. You can adjust the tilt angle of the instruments of the Roadbook and Tripmaster, but also the height, so bring it lower or more up, because depending on the handguards, for example on the FE we use the OEM handguards. On this KTM EXC we use the closed aluminum handguards, so we needed the instruments to be high enough so that the handguard wouldn't interfere with the Roadbook motor. Moving on to the Roadbook bracket, we have the MIG-Tech Roadbook holder. You've seen this Roadbook in one specific video where I unboxed it and explained its instructions. If we want to put our paper roll, we'll just have to remove by hand the plastic cover. These ones are interchangeable, so after a while when they get all scratched you can change them. It's an electric Roadbook, so we will command it from our handlebar. We have then the ICO Tripmaster. This is the Max 2, so we have the sensor cable going all the way to the wheel, but for this build I utilized the OEM wire, making an adapter cable. In the second spot, if we need, we can put either another Tripmaster or we can put a speedo cap. On top, as I mentioned, we can place all the antennas. Instead, behind the Roadbook holder, we have another bracket with lots of small holes for zip ties, and here we will be able to place either another small tool bag or spare levers in case we want to be sure that anything happens, we'll always have them with us. But not everyone goes rally racing with these 450cc or 500cc bikes. Most people are starting to use them as real adventure bikes, because the fact that they're very light and easy to handle make them the preferred choice for who wants to do a lot of off-road and really go deep into the dunes. For this reason, this bracket is designed so that you can use it also with the GPS, with the Trailtech Voyager Pro, with any Garmin and any other system, or even RAM mounts with smartphones. This bracket, which is included in the kit, goes replacing the Roadbook. So we remove the Roadbook and place this bracket. This bracket is super useful because I saw many of my friends go to a rally and after having raced, remove the Roadbook, disconnecting it, putting the bracket and going adventure riding with friends. On the other side of the Nav Tower, we have our classical 6-way fuse box with LED error indicator. We can remove the cover, so this is waterproof. Don't worry about racing and riding in the rain. Nothing will happen. And here on this particular build, we wired on the fuse box the internal LED light of the Roadbook holder, the power of the Tripmaster, and then the power of the whole system that goes through the handlebar switch. In order to command the Roadbook holder and the Tripmaster, we opted for an RNS multi-switch. This is to command one Tripmaster. There is the optional to have a switch with 5 buttons or 6 buttons to command 2 Tripmaster, but we needed only one. So with these 3 buttons we command forward the Tripmaster, backwards, and we change the mode and the screen. Underneath we have the thumb switch that is to bring backward and forwards the Roadbook. From the engine side, to improve the performance of this KTM EXC, we did only 2 interventions. One is the clutch. We put a Recluse clutch, not the automatic one, but the reinforced one. So this will last longer, especially if we go on dunes and soft sand and we use the clutch a lot. Second upgrade we did, we changed the exhaust. We put on a Krapovich slip-on exhaust. Makes a much nicer noise, as you will listen to it now. And also, I think it looks much better than the OEM on the bike. From an aesthetic point of view instead, the 6 Days has these frame covers in black. We changed them, we got them from Ufoplast and we put orange ones, and we changed the whole plastics of the bike. We went for the OEM colors of the 2020 model, so full orange and just the rear fender in black. Since Gilberto is a tall guy, we changed also the seat. We modified the OEM seat, we made it 1.5 centimeters higher with a different foam, so it's a bit more stiff than the OEM, and we put a Selle dalla Valle factory rally seat cover made in the same quick dry leather material that is used for the factory KTM team at Dakar. Then we put a layer of memory foam underneath the camels, and we opted for orange camels so that it would all blend in nicely with the whole graphic of the bike. Here, when Gilberto will be on the transfer sections, he'll be much more comfortable because the padding is much softer here in the rear. He will have here in the center a good grip, and in case of rain, this seat will dry quickly. Then we have the time card pocket. This is a must if you're doing any rally racing, because you'll put your time card inside here and it will be quick to remove when you have to get it stamped at any checkpoint. But for adventure riding, you can put here earplugs, or maybe you can put here some cards, or if you have to get any highway, you put the toll and stuff like that. Or in case, you can put condoms, because you never know who you can find on your adventure ride. There is something I almost forgot to mention, is the clutch sleeve. We put a Recluse one. We all know that the OEM one is a bit fragile and many people have had bad experiences of the O-ring breaking. With this should solve the problem, and until now we had a positive experience with this type of clutch sleeve. But now let's move on to the last thing we worked on, which are the graphics. We worked on a custom design we made. This design will be available through Rebel Export, so I'll link it here in the description. Even if you don't have the full fairing kit from Rebel, you'll be able to get this design for your enduro bike. I like the fact we kept it quite simple and mixed black and orange with some white. To me, it makes the bike look like a factory bike. Okay guys, thanks for watching this other rally bike build. Now Gilberto is ready to go to Sardinia. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and all my social media pages, because we'll make some live updates from the rally. I'll be riding with the Honda, and I hope Gilberto is happy with his bike.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Emanuele. Fantastic.
Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.